Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody evening going? How's it going, everybody? Let's welcome everybody into Sharane's World right here on YouTube. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. I'm hoping everybody is having a productive night, making sure everything copacetic up out there in these streets. Let's go. I'm hoping all my victims, my survivors, I'm just hoping everybody is staying focused, doing what they got to do. Whether you at work, coming from work, going to work, on your way to work, whether you work the night shift, as long as you're not doing no street pharmacist activities up out here in these streets, that's all that matters. Let's go, everybody. Welcome to Sharane's World. Listen, it's that Thirsty Thursday on Sharane World, and we definitely making sure everybody get all the awareness they need. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Let's get into this. Welcome, everybody. As you know, I'm a peer mentor survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse relationships for all men and women about here in these streets. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It feels absolutely amazing to be able to spread awareness across, through YouTube, on my radio show, and everything. So, as you know, of course, I come on to YouTube, but I am also a radio host as well, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Listen, I'm hoping y'all getting the tools, right? I'm hoping y'all understanding what is a narcissistic relationship, right? I'm hoping y'all understanding what is domestic violence, whether you're a male or a female, right? And listen, if you are dealing with any kind of family court situation, behind these toxic situations, I hope you do understand that there are people out there that can help you, right? So tonight we're going to talk about 7 steps on to thriving. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're stuck in these situations, I'm going to give you 7 steps on how to thrive. Okay? You can always look up these 7 steps online if you want to, if you want to understand what they are, if you want to learn about them on your own, or whatever the case may be, because I understand it's just a video, maybe you want to, educate yourself further on what are the 7 steps as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane's World. We are going to get into the 7 steps for thriving for all women and men up out here in these streets. Let's go. Alrighty. So we are going to get into the 7 steps of thriving. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this information is for all men and women, no matter where you are. But, I do spread awareness for Boone County and Binghamton and the surrounding areas. Okay. But you can take this information and use it for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. All right. So, from healing to thriving. All right. So now you don't went through the victim stage. You're going to go through the survival stage. You need to get through the healing. And now you need to get to thriving. So from healing to thriving, how to start over and take your life back, ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention. Make sure, you never know. If you out there, you going through this, you might need these tools. Okay. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody, right here on YouTube. Okay. Today, I want to have a conversation about something many people struggle with, but don't always know how to talk about healing and moving forward after you've been hurt. Okay. Whether you've experienced domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, betrayal, toxic relationships, abandonment, grief, rejection, or simply a period in life that broke you down, I want you to understand something. Healing does not mean pretending it never happened. Healing means learning how to live again without allowing what happened to control your entire life. And healing doesn't happen overnight. You may have good days and bad days. You may feel strong one morning and emotional the next that evening. You may think you've moved on and suddenly something triggers your memory. That doesn't mean you're failing. That's part of healing. Step one, be honest about what happened. The healing process starts with acknowledging the truth. Stop minimizing what happened to you just because somebody else doesn't understand it. If someone hurt you, manipulated you, controlled you, disrespected you, embarrassed you, threatened you, isolated you, or made you question your own reality, you have a right to acknowledge that experience. You don't have to keep making excuses for someone else's behavior just so you can have peace. Sometimes we can't move forward because we're still trying to understand why somebody treated us badly. But listen carefully. You may never get the apology, explanation, accountability, or closure you deserve from the person who hurt you. And that's painful, but your healing cannot depend on somebody else finally admitting what they did. Step two, stop blaming yourself. One of the biggest battles after abuse or toxic relationships can be the thoughts that come afterward. Why didn't I leave sooner? Why did I trust them? Why did I go back? Why didn't I see the signs? Be careful with those questions. You were making decisions with the information, emotions, circumstances, and resources you had at that time. Give yourself some compassion. Survival is not stupidity. Trusting someone doesn't make you weak. Loving someone doesn't make you responsible for their harmful behavior. Learn from the experience, but don't turn the experience into a weapon against yourself. Step three, rebuild your boundaries. Healing also means learning what you will and will not accept moving forward. You have to become comfortable saying, no, I don't like that. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. I need space. I won't continue this conversation if I'm being disrespected. Boundaries aren't about controlling another person. Boundaries are about deciding what you will do to protect your peace, safety, and well being. And remember, not everybody deserves access to your healed version of you. Step four, take care of yourself. Again, when you spent a long time surviving, you may forget how to simply take care of yourself. Start small, get some rest, eat when you can, drink water, take a walk, listen to music, journal, pray or meditate if that's meaningful to you. Spend time with people who genuinely support you. Clean your space. Get back to your hobbies you stopped doing. Take yourself somewhere peaceful. You don't have to completely transform your life in one day. Sometimes healing begins with simply getting through today. Step 5, reconnect with who you are. A toxic relationship or painful experience can make you lose sight of yourself. You start identifying yourself by what happened to you. But you are more than your trauma. You are more than the relationship. You are more than the person who hurt you. Ask yourself, who was I before this happened? What did I enjoy? What dreams did I have? What did I want to accomplish? What kind of person do I want to become? Then start rebuilding that person, not by becoming who you were before, but by becoming someone stronger, wiser, healthier, and more aware. Step 6, stop chasing closure. Sometimes closure isn't a conversation. Sometimes closure is accepting that you may never receive the answer you wanted. Closure can be blocking the number. Closure can be walking away. Closure can be choosing not to argue anymore. Closure can be realizing that you don't have to prove your worth to someone who refused to see it. Your next chapter doesn't require their permission. Step 7, move from healing into thriving. This is where I really want everybody to listen. Healing is about getting yourself back. Thriving is about building something new. Start setting goals. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to improve your finances. Maybe you want healthier friendships. Maybe you want to become more involved in your community. Maybe you simply want peace. Whatever your goal is, start somewhere. Don't wait until you feel completely healed. Sometimes confidence comes after you take the first step. And don't rush into another relationship. One of the most important things I want to teach is this. Don't use another person to fill the space that healing needs to occupy. Take time to learn yourself, learn your boundaries, learn your triggers, learn your patterns, learn what healthy communication looks like, learn what respect looks like, learn what accountability looks like, and learn the difference between somebody who says they love you and somebody whose actions consistently demonstrate love, respect, safety, and accountability. Your future is still yours. And finally, I want everybody listening to remember this. What happened to you can be part of your story without becoming an ending of your story. You can heal, you can rebuild, you can laugh again, you can trust again, you can set goals again, you can dream again, you can become financially independent, you can create healthy relationships, you can become a voice for somebody else who is still afraid to speak. And you can turn your pain into purpose without pretending the pain never existed. But don't feel pressured to become somebody else's inspiration while you're still trying to survive. Take care of yourself first. Healing is not a race. There is no deadline. And thriving doesn't mean you never had bad days. Thriving means the bad days don't get to decide the rest of your life. So today, I want you to ask yourself one question. What is one thing I can do this week that moves me closer to the life I deserve. It might be making one phone call, setting one boundary, applying for one opportunity, cleaning one room, talking to a trusted person, starting therapy or another support service, writing down your goals, or simply telling yourself, I am not giving up on me. Because your life is still being written, your past may explain some of your scars, but your past does not have the final say over your future. This is Sharane World, and my message today is simple. Don't just survive your story. Heal from it, learn from it, grow from it, and when you're ready, thrive. And remember, healing doesn't mean you forgot what happened. It means what happened no longer gets to decide who you become. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sharane's List, that Thirsty Thursday awareness. Let's go. Yeah, it's that Thirsty Thursday awareness, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, when you get out the victim stage and you want to learn how to survive and thrive and get past these parts, I gave y'all the 7 steps on how to do it. Check my description in the video. I have the 7 steps in the description to this video. Write it down, go online, Google it, use it as a little homework tool for yourself, something that you could go online and look up for. If you're going through any situation, no matter who you are, male or female, use the tools. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going through these situations, I don't care if you're even out of the situation and you're still surviving and you're still trying to thrive. Use the tools. There are 7 steps, and those are the 7 steps to get you past your part. All right. Don't get love bombed. Don't get gaslit. Don't get swindled while you're trying to find your way up to that top. Because I'm telling you, that's what they will do to you when they see that you are trying to get up out that clown show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You know, it's that Thirsty Thursday awareness, and I'm just hoping that all men and women up out here in the streets is getting this education. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. If you know somebody that's within the New York area, okay, ladies and gentlemen, maybe Binghamton or so, share the video, share it to them, so they could get the awareness too, no matter who they are, male or female. Because remember, I spread awareness for both. And I understand men, y'all gotta speak up more, you know, because there needs to be more resources out here when it comes to men. But listen, it's real out here. And remember, they gonna be in them clubs and them bars and them shingdings tonight. It's Thirsty Thursday. What are we doing, right? They gonna be there. So I hope y'all use these 7 tools and these 7 steps. There's nothing wrong with you going out to the club, the bar, and the shingding and have you a good old time. But I'm telling you, there's gonna be other people out there that's gonna ruin it for you. Absolutely. Them narcissistic females in Broome County, them toxic men that's in Broome County, and once they click up together, it is a shebang show that you don't want to be around for, ladies and gentlemen, because you didn't come outside for that, right? No, you didn't. Crazy out here in the street, but you gotta stay focused. Don't get love bombed, don't get gaslit. And remember, there's people, you know, with me sharing my support group page and stuff and talking to people and things, but you know, there's people that don't want to start another relationship, and there's people that want to heal and maybe work on that in the future after they're done healing. You know, their whole goal is to heal, right? Yeah. That is the whole goal, right? So once you're done healing, even if you don't want to go into another relationship, it is okay. Just know that everybody out there in them streets is not like that. Everybody out there is not a narcissist. Everybody out there is not toxic. It's somebody out there for somebody, whether you want to be single or not, you know. But the whole goal for me as a parental survivor for domestic violence and narcissistic abuse is making sure that you guys are getting the awareness out here in the streets, making sure you guys are getting these 7 steps and tools so you don't get swindled and love bombed and be pulled right back into a clown show. All right, so these are the 7 steps to get over to thriving. All right, if you're surviving and you're a victim out there, use these 7 steps. Check the description out in the video. Take them 7 steps and treat it like some homework. I'm telling you, because when you go sit in front of them counselors, they're gonna give you the 7 steps. And you're gonna do some homework there too, ladies and gentlemen. So start preparing yourself just in case you know. Gotta stay strong. And people start realizing you coming out these clown shows and you don't want to deal with them no more, they're gonna start hoovering you. They're gonna try to love bomb you. They're gonna try to swindle you, gaslight you, manipulate you. They're gonna do all of that in the nine, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna do it all. So let's tell y'all once again what is domestic violence. We're gonna give a short brief what's domestic violence, and we're gonna give a short brief of what's narcissistic abuse. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cut the music and let's get into this. So I'm just giving y'all a little small example of what's domestic violence and a small example of what is narcissistic abuse. Okay, so we are gonna start it with what is narcissistic abuse. Okay, so narcissistic abuse is an emotional and psychological manipulation by someone who seeks power and admiration and control over others. Common tactics include gaslighting, making you question your reality, love bombing followed by emotional withdrawal, blaming you for everything, silent treatment, manipulation, constant criticism, controlling behavior, isolation from family and friends, lying and deception, emotional neglect, threats, and intimidation. Over time, narcissistic abuse can damage confidence, self worth, and emotional well being. What is domestic violence? Domestic violence is a pattern of behaviors used to gain power and control over a partner, spouse, family member, or someone in an intimate relationship. That can include physical abuse. What is physical abuse? Physical abuse is hitting, punching, slapping, choking, pushing, or restraining. They also can do emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is constant criticism, humiliation, intimidation, or threats. Also, verbal abuse. What is verbal abuse? That is yelling, insults, name calling, and degrading languages. They also can do psychological abuse. All right. Psychological abuse is manipulation, fear, isolation, and controlling behavior. They also can hit you with the financial abuse. What is financial abuse? That is controlling money, preventing employment, or creating financial dependence. Also, sexual abuse. What is sexual abuse? Any unwanted sexual contact or coerce. Digital abuse. What is digital abuse? That is monitoring phones, social media, GPS, emails, or online activity. Last but not least, stalking. What is stalking? That is following unwanted contact, repeated messages, or harassment. Okay? Did y'all get that? Harassment, stalking? Yeah. Because that's what they mostly get charged with when they walk through them Broome County doors. They get charged with harassment or, things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all, listen, y'all gotta be careful, all right? Just remember, abuse is never your fault. You deserve respect. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Women and men both deserve safety and support. How can we help? You know, believe survivors, listen without judgment, respect their choices, encourage professional support, share community resources, speak up against abuse, ladies and gentlemen. Healing is definitely possible. I just want y'all to know that. It's possible, ladies and gentlemen, right here locally in Binghamton. I'm telling you, if I could do it, you can do it. There's people out there that don't even make it. There's people out there that's unalive behind these situations. There's family members out there that don't even have their family members behind domestic violence. There's people that probably don't even have their parents behind these situations. You understand what I'm saying? So it is real. It is time to have the conversation. I don't know what everybody is scared of, but have the conversation. Have it amongst your family members, your friends, somebody that you can trust. The only way you can know if you can trust them is if you tell them and they don't keep their word, then you can't trust them. You understand? And for people like that, you know, they don't understand what it feels like to be in these situations. And this is why I make it so hard for victims and survivors to really want to come out and speak, no matter who they are, male or female. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, y'all. Yes. Welcome, 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 everybody. You already know. Y'all stay focused. Reach out to them licensed advocates that's right here locally in Binghamton. You got the RISE program. You got Crime Victims Assistance Center. You also have the Domestic Violence National Hotline number. No matter where you're located, you can reach out to the Domestic Violence National Hotline number. They are nationwide, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so need resources, whatever. Listen, if you need me as a peer mentor survivor, you need me to look up for some resources for you, you can always reach out to me on my community wall or whatever. I could find it, I could drop it there. Y'all, all you guys on my support group page, domestic violence and narcissistic relationships I survived. You guys already know what to do. If you need any resources, you can inbox me, whatever it is, I can share it to your location, wherever you guys are at. Whatever resources that's in your area, I can look it up for you guys. Or even if you want to know like what is narcissistic abuse or whatever it is that you're going through, I can try to get that information over to you guys so you don't have to do all that hard work. But once again, please reach out to these licensed advocates that's out here or within your area as well, even if you're not locally in Binghamton. You understand what I'm saying? If you're in any other area that's not within New York State, please reach out to your licensed advocates that's within that area. Contact the Domestic Violence National Hotline number if you're not in New York State, and they can definitely point you in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, welcome to Sharane's World, right here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all for viewing and tuning in, and shout out to all my new subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to all my new subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everybody. The whole goal is making sure everybody get the awareness, right? We're making sure that everybody understands what's going on and what's going wrong, right? We want everybody to know, like, it's help out here. It's people out here that want to help you, okay? And get up out that clown show, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. We're going to start heading up out of here. And remember, it's that Thirsty Thursday awareness. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, where they going to be at in Broome County? They're going to be in the clubs, the bars, the shingding, on the dating app. They're going to be everywhere. Because I already know if you messing with my narcissistic ex, you definitely in a narcissistic relationship and some type of DV situation going on and going wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, stay off some dating app. Yeah, that's what they learn, especially in Broome County. Stay off the dating app. Start asking these people, who are you? Okay, don't be hopping in people's cars that you don't know. Remember, these events is coming up, so they're gonna be out here lurking all weekend. It's gonna be lit all weekend with these narcissists and these DVs. They're gonna be seeing new supply everywhere. They're not gonna even know what to do. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's how it goes down in Broome County. Stay focused out here. Healthy relationships. Break the cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sharane's World. I'm going to start heading up out of here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, y'all stay blessed. Stay fully blessed. Thank you.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.